Okay, so a few topics just for update today, and I'm trying to streamline these updates, and I will include additional information whenever warranted and necessary. So on our return, athletics and activities, our health metrics, staff vaccinations, and health and safety reminders. So tomorrow we welcome back our last group, our last transition with our high school sophomores and juniors who are scheduled to be on site tomorrow. And so we're very excited to then have all of our hybrid learners on their rotation on site. And it's gone extremely smoothly. It's been a great transition. Students and staff and families have all adapted and adjusted so well. And as I said last week, and I'll continue to say, it is just absolutely amazing to have our staff and students back together and have the energy and connection from being in person. So we're excited about that. And now our focus is, as I mentioned previously, on continuing to support our kids, whether they are with us in person or with us at home virtually. And that is exactly where our energy and focus stands. And so our staff continues to do an amazing job of being flexible, creative, innovative in every aspect to support our kids at home. And our parents continue to partner right along with us. And we certainly appreciate our family's flexibility and effort, because it does not go unnoticed. You are truly partners. You are in our classrooms daily, and we are in your homes daily. And it is a true partnership, and we're very grateful for that. So we are excited to continue to build on our early successes with hybrid, keep that momentum going, and continue to build upon that. As we transition back our last group of high school students this week, we'll of course continue to assess and adjust as we move forward. I shared this previously, so we have our 10th and 11th graders coming back. The chart shares our average number of students on site by grade level as well as class sizes. So it's still very reasonable, allowing us to fully implement our health and safety protocols with distancing and all of the other measures that we're taking. On the athletic and activity front, we're excited. We actually have competition, practice, everything starting back up with our high school students just this evening. And so it's very exciting to see them back together. Health and safety remain a priority. Our schools are communicating information to our students and to our families, to our athletes about the activities and the athletics related to the seasons and the schedule. So our schools are the best source of information. We're following the IHSA and IESA guidelines for our high school sports, and for our middle school sports. We have a modified middle school schedule for winter sports, and then we'll be following the spring sports schedules by the IESA as well. Activities and clubs are continuing virtually, and we'll continue to assess to see if any of those need to become transitioned to on-site or hybrid. So exciting, and even though it's modified, we are just so happy to be able to offer this experience back to our students, our athletes, our scholars, all of our students participating. I know our coaches and our sponsors are very excited as well, and they will keep their virtual connection as well as their in-person connection where they can going forward. The health metrics, I'm streamlining these, but just for the sake of transparency, if you access this online, you can click the links to access any of these metrics on the Illinois Department of Public Health website or on the Northwestern COVID dashboard to see the local zip code metrics broken down. We are continuing in a very positive trajectory, which is very, very promising that we continue in this fashion that allows us to keep that community transmission low, which then allows us to really mitigate risks inside the district and have the best possible chance of staying fully in session and continuing to build upon that, because that's certainly where we have our sights set. We are seeing that our region 7 is in phase 4. We see a positivity of 5.3%. The county level, we're at a 6.5%, and we continue a downward trend. The zip code is the most promising. Those are our immediate 3 zip codes where we're seeing a 4.88. So it's been a long time since we've seen positivity rates in that range. And again, this is very encouraging for us to be able to have healthy and safe on-site operations. Our local in-district cases remain low as a relative percent of our population. Our school nurses, our administrators continue to do a great job in terms of contact tracing and helping staff to fully implement the protocols. In terms of that partnership with home, it's very critical for health and safety, and I'm going to share some reminders. And I'd also like to just share the reminder of the partnership with attendance, whether students are attending on site or virtually, attendance matters. And we also know that navigating the COVID world of reporting illnesses and screening for symptoms brings up a lot of questions. And so we encourage families to be in contact with your school, reach out to report illnesses, absences, ask questions. Our school nurses are amazing, our building leaders are amazing, and they will do everything they can to help you understand what is the right course of action if your child is ill or unable to attend school. Today was an exciting day in Valley View School District. We were the first school district in Will County to offer an in-district COVID-19 vaccination clinic for our staff. So through a partnership with many local agencies in the Will County Health Department and through the hard work of many team members here in Valley View, see several of them out here this evening, Mr. Carter Leary, Director of Safety and Security, Mrs. Susan Gregory, our nursing coordinator, Mrs. Mary Worster, our Executive Director of Student Services, and countless other Valley View staff who really came together to make this plan possible. So today at 7 a.m. we opened our Valley View Vaccine Clinic, and we saw nearly 300 staff come through today. And staff were very grateful and appreciative, as are we, to be able to offer this in district. And so we have more than 1,600 staff members scheduled for vaccines this week, and we'll repeat this process in March 8th, 1 month from today. And so this is just another promising step forward, and we're very grateful to be able to offer this in district to our staff. Here's a few pictures so you can get a visual of how we transform our administrative center into a health clinic. It was pretty awesome. President of our AFT, Mrs. Renee Calabrese, joined me at 7 a.m. this morning to be some of the first patients, along with Tammy Rotelli, our math teacher at Jane Addams. So we're excited. Everything flowed very smoothly, and it took a lot of effort and helping hands from many individuals to make it happen. So another positive step forward for Valley View, and we're going to keep it moving from here. I'm going to thank our
Rachel,
community.
Go
ahead.
On that, if you paid any attention over the weekend, some of the stuff in the papers, what have you, the fact that we were able to get them to do this here is really important, because the idea being we control the process, we can get our people in there faster. Some of these rollouts have taken, in my humble opinion, perhaps a little longer than they should, but being able to do it on site in our district is a huge thing to get this accomplished in a much faster manner. So behind the scenes, thanks to all the staff that made that happen. And trust me, I've been paying close attention to this. It's not been an easy lift, and it's not just here. There's been issues, and I think you're going to see a joint hearing in Springfield on this to talk about maybe what can be done to expedite the process. We're in good shape, but there's other places that are not. So in the short term, but thank you guys so much for your efforts. Carter, everyone else.
Thank you, President Quigley. You are exactly right. And I know every county is trying to figure out their process, but we are fortunate to be able to provide this in district. And so we're grateful for that. And we know the surrounding communities will hopefully continue. We know the supply is becoming a little bit more predictable, and it's opening up a little bit. So we hope that we see these same type of opportunities afforded to our larger community, or those individuals who have not had the chance yet to be vaccinated, who are in group 1A or 1B. So it's definitely a process, and everyone's doing their best to figure it out. Some of our health partners, we could not have done this without them. Of course, the Will County Health Department, the Edward EMS system, which includes Bolingbrook Fire Department, Romeoville Fire Department, Naperville, Lisle, and other surrounding communities. These paramedic firefighters on their day off have volunteered to come and vaccinate our staff. And then we also have support coming from Rasmussen College and some of our other partners. So true community partnership to make this happen, and we're very grateful that it was able to come together. So aside from vaccinations, as more individuals become vaccinated, we of course still need to take all of our health and safety precautions, just sharing some reminders, as well as our daily symptom checking and screening self-certification process for staff and students. These are all important steps that together in combination help us take every measure possible to minimize risk and to keep everyone healthy and safe, and that is our ultimate priority. So we thank everyone, and I'll tell you, it is extremely impressive how well our kids, even our little ones, just came right along with adapting to the changes that we're expecting of them, and they're doing such a great job, and our staff is as well. So can't do it alone. It's going to take all of us to keep at it. We will continue to share updates. Your schools are the best source of information with their regular communication. We'll have regular updates here. And of course, if anything becomes timely, we will provide additional updates. Thank you very much.